over whatever. And my thought was, I thought we were supposed to be on the same side. I thought we were supposed to be brothers because we all believe the same book. And so now, you got whites and blacks who before all this liked each other. And let me tell you what you did. You let the world dictate to you your morality and your character and what you did. You let the world, you let the devil do it. You're playing right into his hand, people. You let it happen. And you're not supposed to do that. We're supposed to love one another and care about one another. Revelation chapter 7. My idea of a cracker is this. I don't know what a cracker is. Revelation chapter 7. After this I beheld, and lo, a great multitude, which no man could number, of all nations. You know what that means? This is my 2 cents worth of Greek. My 2 cents worth of Greek is, I just happen to know the Greek word here. And I'm not saying the King James is improperly translated. The word nations, that's what it means. Okay? The word nation is based upon the word nativity, native. And it literally means where you came from or of what group you are. It means, the Greek word is ethnos, ethnicity, ethnic background. A great multitude which no man could number, of all nations and kindreds. That means kinfolk, family lines, kinds, and people, and Espanolas, and Spreckense and whatever, all the languages, all the tongues, stood before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed with white robes and palms in their hands, and cried with a loud voice, saying, Salvation to our God, which sitteth upon the throne and unto the Lamb. And all the angels stood round about the throne and about the elders and the 4 beasts, and fell before the throne and on their faces and worshiped God. In verse 13, one of the elders answered, saying unto me, What are these which are arrayed in white robes, and whence came they? And I said unto him, Sir, thou knowest. And he said unto me, These are they which came out of great tribulation, and have washed their robes, and made them white in the blood of the Lamb. Therefore are they before the throne of God, and serve him day and night in his temple. And he that sitteth on the throne shall dwell among them. They shall hunger no more, neither thirst any more. Neither shall the sun light on them, nor any heat. For the Lamb which is in the midst of the throne shall feed them, and shall lead them into living fountains of waters, and God shall wipe away all tears from their eyes. See, that's what we're supposed to be. That's what we're supposed to be getting ready for. But we haven't done that. We decided to jump on racial lines and assume that Trayvon was wrong or that Zimmerman was wrong based upon our ethnicity and our kindred and our nations, disregarding the Scriptures. Now, Matthew 24 warns us about this very thing. Matthew 24:7. This is, I see this very clearly. This is in advance of a fulfillment of prophecy. And there is something, I am openly critical of this president who has done nothing to heal the racial damage done in this country. He's done nothing to heal it. He has done everything to further it and to make it worse. Matthew 24:7, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. Nation, this ethnic group, shall rise against this ethnic group, and this kingdom against this kingdom. That's Matthew 24:7. Matthew 13:8, for nation shall rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom. Luke 21:10, then he said unto them, nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. Let me remind you of something here. Let me pull this up. Remember our arch nemesis Baphomet. Some of you probably already know where I'm going with this. Did a video, Watchman video, several years ago, recorded it down in Harrison, Arkansas, called Baphomet, the God of Transformation. This nation has to be fundamentally transformed in order for it to be in the likeness of something that can be used in the New World Order. We've had presidents talk about that, George Bush Sr., George Bush Jr., Tricky Bill, or what they call him, Slick Willie. A New World Order. You cannot have a New World Order right now. Henry Kissinger talked about it. And he talked about it in the context of the demise of the banking system in this country. This is a perfect opportunity to bring a New World Order. Why? Because the economy was going to crash and it was going to be destroyed. And here's our opportunity now to rebuild what we couldn't touch before, what we couldn't bring down. Now we can do it. It's just like two buildings in Lower Manhattan, and a guy wants to build a new Masonic New World Order emblem dedicated to the Illuminati, but he can't do it because he got these two buildings in the way. So the two buildings come down. Now we can build this thing. And that's what Baphomet represents. He represents the god of, and you've heard of this, the Hegelian dialect. Friedrich Hegel said, here's how you get stuff done. You want to get stuff done, here's how you get it done. If you want a certain way you want to go, here's what you do. You take this guy over here, and you put him against this guy over here, and you just stand back and let them fight. Did you see the movie The Sum of All Fears? It's about a nuclear bomb going off, and America was going to blame it on Russia, and Russia was going to retaliate. And really, it was the guy wearing a swastika running a little cabal in Europe saying, all we have to do, we don't have to defeat Russia and America. All we have to do is stand back and get it started and let Russia and America defeat themselves. And so here's all the enemies of our country, including the devil himself, looking at America, the nation that was built upon the King James Bible, saying, I don't have to destroy America. I'll let America destroy itself. Tried it during the Civil War. We're probably closer than we want to admit to another one. Nation against nation. Now we're going to have a new nation because we destroyed the old one. Here's what his tats say. Baphomet loves tattoos. So Baphomet went down to the tattoo shop and got himself tattooed against what God said. And he wrote Salve and Coagula. This is the alchemical formula for the transformation of the United States of America. And I say alchemical because alchemy is all about turning lead into gold. It's about turning humans into gods. It's about transforming a nation that used to be under God and under the Bible and now turning it into a nation where the devil sits on the throne. And in order to do that, you have to perform a little alchemy. You have to perform a little magic. You have to use things that will dissolve the old order. Then you can rebuild it. And you played along. Well, I think Zimmerman was innocent. I think he was innocent. I think everybody, all these blacks in the streets protesting, I think they're... Paul said, sit down, keep your mouth shut. You weren't there. You weren't at the trial. No one sat you on the bench, and you weren't sitting in the jury room. So it's best to just sit down, keep your mouth shut. Now, over issues that are legitimate and things that we can know and prove from Scripture, we talk about. And I don't back down from them. But don't ask me if I think Zimmerman or Trayvon was innocent or guilty. I don't know. It's not my place to judge that one, because I don't know the facts. Let's read some emails. Let's see if I provoked anybody here. Let's see here. Ricky says, preach, 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 Mike Blacks. No, I'm not reading that one. Liz says, Pastor, it grieves my heart to hear you say our justice system is based on biblical principles. Why? Why does that grieve you? Yes and no. Well, anyway. The no part comes from the justice. Lady Justice never shown a blind eye or fair judgment for our black brothers and sisters. Blacks are more likely than others races to be convicted of crimes regardless if evidence says otherwise. I didn't say it was perfect. There is no such thing as a perfect earthly government. But it's the one we have, and our laws, and I don't know how you're thinking, but our laws in this country at one time were based upon biblical law. There used to be adultery laws and sodomy laws, laws that deal with stealing and retribution and things like that based upon the Bible. The concepts that all men were created equal from the Bible. So I'm sorry if that grieves your heart, and I don't know why you're wanting to accuse me. But the idea is, what I said was that our laws are based upon the Scripture. And I didn't say that the administration of those laws is ever perfect, because we know that it's not. And I have already mentioned, not in this broadcast, but in another, that there has been a time when, I read the book